Mr. Hayes.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Good evening, house, and happy Sunday, everybody. So, I believe last week we saw how the market shaked due to Trump's mouth when he was threatening to fire Mr. Powell. So, the entire market shook. So, maybe we might be seeing more actions again this week, Sha. So, due to fundamentals, the news we have for this week. Today the JPY held an election in upper house election. It's like also like a Fed. It's like trying to elect a new Fed official, but this one is due to the JPY side. So they elected new Fed official in their own side today, and also today by 11:45 p.m. we have NZD CPI news. NZD will be releasing their CPI data today by 11:45 p.m. Then on Monday we have JPY bank holiday for the whole of a Monday. Then on Tuesday we just have GPP news. That is the governor of the Bank of England. The governor of the Bank of England will be speaking that on Tuesday. And also Powell will be speaking that same on Tuesday. I believe he'll be speaking more of the letter because Powell sent a letter to the Congress House. So he'll be speaking more of the letter and we will know more that on Tuesday. On Wednesday, there is no news. On Thursday, there's a lot of news out on Thursday. On Thursday, we have AUD news. The governor of Australian Bank will be speaking. Then by 8:15 a.m., we have Euro News. They'll be releasing a French flash PMI. And by 8:30, same Euro will be releasing German flash PMI. Then by 9:30, that is GPP News, they'll be releasing their flash manufacturing PMI. And again, Euro will be releasing another news again that by 1:15 p.m. they'll be releasing their monetary policy. Then by 1:30 we have USD news. US will be releasing their unemployment claims. By 1:45 p.m. Euro again will be releasing okay, we'll be holding a press conference. We'll be holding a press conference to talk about if they'll be talking about cutting rates before that's a final rate which they want to cut either before December or thereabouts. We'll be talking more about that by 1:45 p.m. Then by 2:45 p.m. USD will be releasing their own flash PMI news. And that's all for Thursday. Then on Friday, we have GPP News. They'll be releasing their retail sales. That's on Friday. So I believe that's all for the week. The week will go smooth only if Trump keep his mouth shut. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, boss. That's a very nice one. Okay, so any updates, we, of course, I believe Mr. Ice is going to be giving us on the trading room platform. So that's one of the things we enjoy from him. Um, and he has made me to be lazy seriously when it comes to fundamental. I don't even read fundamental again, to be sincere. I just wait for him to fill me in, and then that's the essence of teamwork also. Okay, so let's quickly look at this man here, X DXY. Remember that DXY was here last week. Who remember that this was here last week? And then this was our projection last week. Let me go back to weekly candlestick and then you see it, so that you know that we are not just joking here. You can see that where we marked was where uh, this guy was, and I told you that if price break this level, there's possibility for us that we are going to see bullish move on DXY. Okay, even if it's not getting to this place, at least you'll be able to take our profit around there. Okay, that means if DXY is buying, all the GBP USD is likely going to sell. Euro USD is likely going to sell and all of that. Okay, so and then we have seen that that's one of the things that I told us last week, that of course we were selling before, but last week I was not expecting any one of us to actually place a buy entry or a sell entry on this pairs. Why? Because I told us that let us have a clear reason to buy, okay, on those pairs. And we are going to be looking at some of those pairs. At least we look at USD, GBP, USD first, and then we'll see what technical analysis is telling us and what to do. Market bias might change immediately market open, but of course we can see the footprint already unless price do something else. Okay, so what am I still expecting? I'm not expecting this to just fall from here. Okay, price can still do something like this, no doubt, because we know how price behave. Price can still come to area like this and then go up. Okay, but I'm not expecting it. I have told you before, for those that are in trading room, there's what we call supply and demand. Now if price tests a particular level like this, if you notice that there's a demand level below it, price might come to that level, which I have seen price test already. That spike that we saw that day, that was what price want to do. Many people are already placing their buy order here. Price move beyond where they are going to put their stop loss. I have explained this to us before. Okay, that is why patience comes into place. And I was not on deck that day. I will have entered for a new sell opportunity on Hero USD and GBP USD. I will have entered for a new sell opportunity, but last week was busy for me. I was trying to fix one or two things from family side, and I couldn't just meet up. And you know the best thing, though I was on peer, I just left them. I didn't even monitor because my risk was not too much. Some of my analysis moved, even one went to about 1% of my capital. It came back to my entry. You know, I was not just settled. But as a matter of fact, I did not end that week in losses because my trade on Tuesday and Thursday covered up for me. Okay, so now let's look at what GBP USD will do first. And as a matter of fact, those pairs I shared to you, they are my pairs here. These are the 15 pairs that I have here already. Sometimes I had some, but they will be at the bottom like this, and then I will remove it. Now, where will I have sell here? I will have placed a sell opportunity. Daily price come back here, okay? And at least I'll be expecting price to come here, because if I look at what price is here, I'm going to do analysis, top down analysis on it. Price is about to change structure. Let's do a top down analysis here. Okay, now this is the things that I want to focus on. Price cannot give you this kind of move. Listen and listen good. I want to reveal another secret here. All these things I'm saying now are not basically secret, but if you don't know it, it's a secret. Now, price, when there's a gap, price always fill it up because of fear order. There's what we call fair value gap. Okay, now so that there will be a balance between the buyers and sellers. That's why we hear the word imbalance. Even some ICT guys that I trade them since, they don't know what it means. They only look for it technically. Okay, so when we have this kind of massive gap like this, price is going to come and fill it up, especially when it's not a dropping candle. Look at this. Even when price drop like this, what do you see price do? Price came back to fill it before the concentration of us, the sell. And if you have this kind of massive move like this on the monthly time frame, this is 3 months. Let me go to monthly. Okay, you will see price will come back to retest it. Where is price likely going to come to? This demand level, before we continue seeing a massive buy. I'm not saying that this month is going to end bearish. No, this month might not end bearish. You might have the first week or second week, as a matter of fact, and the third week come to retest this place, and only the last week of the month will be the one to leave a week behind and then continue moving up. You have to understand the behavior of this market. If you don't understand it, you are not going to make money from this. Now, where is our final target? This is likely going to be our final target because we can see what we call support broken on this monthly time frame, flip zone. Some people call it flip zone, some people call it support broken turn to resistance. Quite a number of things you can call it. Okay, anything you want to call it, you call it. Okay, but the most important thing is that this is a flip zone, and price has tested the first time, tested the second time. Where is price are pushing that place. Assume price return from here and we saw a bearish move, price continue going down, we will not see that price want to get to this place, but price has broken this level. There's what we call a proper immediate retest, and there's what we call a proper retest. Remember, I've told you that before. Okay, so what are we expecting price to do? Price has given us immediate retest here. Okay, if I move it a little bit downward, this will be it. There's possibility that we are going to see, but because of what I'm seeing here, price might not come to this place again because it has already validated that level. Price might come to this place. This was the level I was looking for before, but price has validated that level of grade. So there's possibility that price might even spike. It might be a spike towards that level and then price go. But this is a question. If our sell is, remember on the trading room I also told us that this sell is a retracement, and when we are having a retracement you have to be very very careful about it. And one of the things that makes retracement to be very difficult to trade is that most of the time people that want to trade against the trend, they are just getting in. They don't even know where that retracement is going to end. They are getting in, they are getting in, they are getting in, and before you know it you have acquired a lot of losses. Okay, that's one of the reasons that it's very difficult to trade, to enter when a trade is moving, because you don't know when the retracement is going to end. Now how do we know? There are quite a number of ways that we can target some specific level. Okay, we can target some specific level to get in, to wait for those retracement to happen. Who can help me? I have some experience here. Who can help me to tell me how can I know? Just mention a few. There are quite a number of, I can mention 5, but at least mention a few. How can you know that there's a possibility that retracement is going to what end, where you are expecting your retracement to end? I will explain it further. Who can help me? Someone want to help me? Who is that was going to help me? I'm
We
waiting.
can use Fibonacci
Good.
to
We can use Fibonacci as a
Fibonacci can
tool.
be used.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That's a good one. We can use Fibonacci retracement as a level that we are likely going to use, and that is what we are going to use
Then
first. Okay, go ahead, sir.
then a bullish candlestick at the higher level, maybe at daily for confirmation of 4 hours. So for confirmation, a bullish reversal candlestick also will help in addition to the Fibonacci.
Okay, good. That's a brilliant one, sir. Thank you. Now, this is the first one. Fibonacci is a good one. Another thing is breakout and retest is another thing we can use. Okay, you can use a trend line. That's another thing you can use to get in. You can use a demand and supply level. That's first visit FTR and FTV. I've explained those things before. There's a video I've done on that before. You can use that as a fourth thing you can use. Another thing you can now use again is to look at the range, okay, which is where Elliott wave comes into place. Is it a wave 1? Is it a wave 2? Okay, when you have retracement of a wave 2, a wave 2 retracement is always a deeper retracement. Remember, it's a deeper retracement. At least it should be able to come down to 70 something Fibonacci retracement level. But a wave 4 will not do that. A wave 4 might not retrace up to that. Might just be a very short retracement. You have to understand, if the price has already moved so far as like this, as move, this retracement cannot even come to this place before it continue going up. So there are quite a number of things that we need to use, but one of the strongest tool we use is what? Fibonacci retracement level. Now when I mark this, I have not used Fibonacci retracement level, but where do we see it? That price come to, price did come to that what level. Now someone else will ask me, why have I use this level as Fibonacci retracement level? It will fail. Okay, price is likely going to come to this place more, at least this level that you are seeing. Okay, and that level not only being 50% Fibonacci retracement level, but it also identify to us that that level is a breakout and what, a retest level. Because what we have is immediate retest, price is likely going to come us, give us what, first time visit around that level and then continue to the upward side. Okay, so I'm not going to rush. As a matter of fact, Euro USD itself, I'm not ready to sell Euro USD, and I'm not ready to buy Euro USD yet. I'm going to wait, because if I enter there even blindly, you can't see my screen, is probably it's from your hand. Can others see my screen? Can others see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that means it's from your hand, Mr. Ben. You can leave the meeting and then come in again. So if price come to this level, even if I enter this blindly without any confirmation, meaning that if price break this level, it means that he's not buying again, he wants to sell, because the structure will change here, and that is why we focus on this what level. I don't know, maybe you are getting it now. Some people might expect that structure has changed. Structure has not changed. It is when price break this level that structure has changed. Another thing I can use to get in here is my trend line, like I've said. Okay, and like I said, I'm also a little bit skeptical. You can see that price already at a Fibonacci 20 level already, respecting it. Now if I don't enter based on trend line here, as immediately touch that trend line I entered, I will have a very small stop loss. If I not do, and remember that my stop loss is going to be worked based on the low of the week. I'm not going to use, I don't use sorry, the low of the week and the low of the day. I don't use 4 hours candlestick as my stop loss. I will talk about it next week, like I've said. I don't use 4 hours, I don't use 1 hour stop as my stop loss. Let's just imagine I entered here, a buy when it touches this, even without confirmation. These days I do enter without confirmation, and I put it below the what, the low of that what, of that, of the previous day. Look at it. Can you see what I have now? I have 48 pips. 48 pips. I can see I used to have 30 pips or so around this one, this pair. Okay, but 48, 42 pips is not bad too. Go back to the document I gave you. It's going to be around 30 to 40 something pips for this euro USD. If it were to be to be GBP USD, to be wider than this, we can still test it. You will see what I'm saying. Then I will target this. This is giving me 500 pips. At least if I make my 200 pips or so here, I'm good to go. And I may not even wait for that goose. But because of this range bound of this pair, that it range more than GBP USD, this is what I want to do now. I want to wait for structure to change to the bullish side, okay, which was what we saw here. The price gave us a high here, but remember that that's not giving us a new high, because this was the last high that price was. So I want to see if price might still come down here, my first target of entry or my area of interest, or this level of what, trend line. If I had entered this, I will still be holding it, and I will not enter nothing less than this place. I will not enter at the middle. I will not do that. I will never do that. I will never do that. As a matter of fact, I discovered that using candlestick as your entry sometimes might be something that is not clear. You get your level first, let your level be strong, then use your candlestick confirmation on that level. Not that level candlestick will be your confirmation to get in. No, you might see a spark and price do not even obey that spike. I know that quite a number of people want to start buying because of this one. No, we understand that this should not happen if not what Trump has done. I think I've flogged so much analysis. I'm doing this as if I'm teaching. I suppose to just analyze and then go. I don't know. I think I should just analyze and just go. So even though we are still looking for a buy opportunity on this, okay, we have marked up this level. If price come back to this level, be very careful and then see if price comes to this place. This is our key area, but we can still also buy from here. But if I want to buy from here, I will not jump in for this buy. I want price to give me a clear structure before I get in. Something like this. Price break this level, come back to this area, and I buy. Then we are not going to see something like what? Head and shoulder pattern there. And then this is going to be my area like this. I will still get something similar to this. Okay, because I know that if price wants to go, it will not hit my stop loss. And then you can now see that it now go back to that 150 pips or 200 pips I talked about earlier. You can see, understand how each pair moves, and you will what? You will thank me later. Do we understand and do we gain value from what I've explained so far on this GBP USD? If I
Yes,
waste my
sir.
time enough on this, I won't be able to have a trading room today. So I will just take one or two pairs. Okay, I might not be able to go to Eagle USD. Of course, we know how to approach Eagle USD already. So is there any pair you want me to look into, want us to look into together? Let's do that before we call it a day. Any pair, mention it on the comment section. Let's take one or two pairs and then we go. Is there any pair you have looked into yourself? I'm still having another meeting this night, that's why I can't stay too long. Any other pair?
GPP card.
GBP card. Okay, GBP card. Let's look at GBP card. GBP card. Okay, so basically on GBP card, I'm looking for a sell. I was on Euro card. Did I enter? No, I did not enter. I was looking for a sell, but this is my expectation that price is going to come here. And as a matter of fact, I still believe that what price is doing here, price is trying to form a particular chart pattern and it's not fully formed yet. So I'm not going to jump in. Another thing you need to be able to do is that patience will give you clarity. Now, you might have something like this. I don't know, maybe that's the pattern that is going to come, but I still believe that this price might really range for a while, come back to this place before it fall. So I'm waiting for price to come to this level before it fall. I could have entered here definitely, and if I enter here, immediately price get, I'm going to go out. I want to know that what phase is price. Is it a correction phase? Is it a trending phase? You have to understand all of those things, and those are the things that will give you clarity, not just you entering trade anyhow. I used to tell you Now if you look at the level at which I'm at now, it's going to be either a daily range or a weekly range. Let's look at it. Let's look at that high. What did I say? That was what? Last week what? Range. Do you see that? That was last week range. That was last week range. Do you see that? It's automatic. You don't need to begin to prove it. I have studied these things for long and I have mastered it. And that's why I'm revealing to you, for you to master. These are things that you should focus on. If I now enter here now, if probably look at what this one did the last time. These are the areas I want to focus on. I don't enter this because I'm not convinced enough. Okay, but I'm expecting price to come out to this place this week, because if you look at where it is currently, how many pips is this? How many pips is this? It's about 100 pips. Yes, some people want to buy it. I don't care. I'm not buying it. I want price to come to this place. And then if price not give me, I cannot be 100% right all the time. I have two mindset. Okay, let me go to 4 hours again. I have two mindset. This is my second mindset. Peradventure price not come out to my entry here. Who can tell me the second thing I'm going to do if price don't get to my entry here? Who can tell me the second thing I'm going to do? I believe we have smart traders in the house already, so I shouldn't be spoon feeding us all the time. Who can tell me? I have Mr. Taiwo here, I have Rotimi here, I have Adedamola, Mr. Aduratu should try, I have Ben should be able to same. You will wait for a breakout, as simple as that. Will I say I don't know everything how I trade though? As simple as that. I want price to break out from this level and then I go in. I will still make what I want to make from it. That's it. You can see price prevents opportunity. We are the one that we are not patient enough. And I'm telling you now that as I've gotten to this stage, what got me to this stage is one thing, that I track every emotion and every data that is presented to me. Please and please do not hesitate not to journal your trade. Always journal your trade. You'll be able to see how you behave also. Not only your trade, journal your life. Okay, do documentary of your life. Sometimes I just do videos of myself, maybe eating, my family. I just do some of those videos because I'm trying to document those things, because those are the things that people will know me for if finally I find my square root out of this life. I'm still a young man, by the way. I'm not planning to die anytime soon, but I'm just telling you that the best time we can enjoy is when we are here, even in the chaos. Okay, the best time you can enjoy me and I can enjoy you now is that now that we are friends. Don't let me go into preaching. So GBP card, that's my bias on GBP card. Okay, all of this move here now, I know that some people as day traders or scalpers, is enough for them, but it's not enough for me. I want to see price come back to this place. If this kind of pair deliver, because it's a moving pair, most of GBP pairs are low ranging pairs. They don't range a lot. Okay, so we might see this thing happening within, like I said, like I told you now, you can see that even our retracement we are expecting here is almost 100 pips. Okay, so but I don't know how to trade all these ones. I want price to come to my level, and then I know that if price begin to move from this my level, I am rest assured that even me taking profit around here is enough for me. Just imagine me taking profit around here. What was it? 140 pips already. That's it. So the things I want to do, I want to make sure that my entry is superb, my risk management is intact. I don't want to risk up to 1% of my account and then you see yourself grow. Okay, sometimes I make 5% in a month, sometimes I make 2% in a month, maybe I have emotional month. Okay, and sometimes, but my goal is that at least if I can make 2% in a month, I'm good to go with the ups and down. I give myself room to what? To breathe, and that's what you should do. Let us play a long time goal. Okay, let us play a long time goal on all of these things. Now that I'm still doing all of these things for free, I might made a lot of money, and then I felt if I'm going to be teaching you, it might requires you pay me, and though it's going to be a lot of money. I'm just playing, by the way. So, but like I started this talk, all of this I'm talking about, if you don't know this knowledge and you are still finding it that you are not there yet, it's not bad for you paying. I know some people that have paid my mentor. I did not pay my mentor twice. I'm a smart boy, by the way. I don't need to learn twice. But I know some people that have paid twice, 3 times before they got the edge. Okay, if it requires you to do that, you can. Okay, and I've explained to you that there's a difference between a trainee or a trainer or someone that trains you, and there's a difference between it's different from a mentor. Okay, and if someone you can be with for long and then you see yourself grow, such person is what's called a mentor. Okay, and you believe in your mentor and your mentor will believe in you. Those are things that makes to be mentor. And then the third one is you need an expert. But you can have this thing in one person, by the way. Yes, it's very possible. You need an expert, someone that has proven to you that the person saying buy a prophet, buy a prophet. As the person pass prophet, and as the person be able to hold account for long. Okay, I have account that I held for long. Maybe I know that I'm already 1%, 2% for 2 years. It's a $3,000 account from 10 trade. And one of my goal now is that I want to have bigger account that I'm going to hold for long like that. Okay, those people that you are going to be under your how will I put it now? I call them experts. Okay, you have to have experts. Because for you to become an expert, you have to have one in your life. And like one of the things that Dr. Dike Olukoya used to say, he would say that for you to become the best, you have to beat the best. Okay, so let's take one more pair. Let's take one more pair and see what we can do with it. Let's take one more pair. Any other pair you want us to look into? USD card. Mr. Kofe USD card. USD card for me still need a lot of let me use this analysis. Okay, let me use this one. Still need a lot of we still need to be careful with USD card. You can see this, and that's why I'm conservative. I don't know if I don't want to force it. I don't really want to force this. And reason being that the level at which price is here, price is coming from a breakout and retest. Okay, even though we are expecting USD to be strong, it doesn't mean that okay, USD card, this is USD CHF, sorry. USD card, sorry, I was looking at something else. Okay, so this is my bias on USD card. I want the daily candlestick to close bearish first. That's my bias. I'm still expecting a buy. Okay, I'm expecting a buy, and then the buy, if we take profit here, I'll look for another entry around there. Okay, at least 250 pips is too even too much for me. Around 150, 200 is okay for me on USD card. I will leave. That is why sometimes you see someone else have left a trade and you are still holding it, hoping that it's going to go, because you don't understand the behavior of those pairs. I've explained that today. Nobody should have that problem again. Okay, so that's my behavior. That's my bias on this. You have seen it up bottom. I think Rotimi did a good analysis on it. Okay, so for those people that are not on the trading room, we are looking for a buy. You have seen price give us a edge up. You have seen price come back to this retracement level. If price hit our stop loss from this level, meaning it's not going to go our way again. Though I wanted to get in here, immediately we have that massive drop. This would have been my perfect entry, and by now maybe I would have even forget about this pair. Okay, but I was just a little bit skeptical. But now I think I'm still going to go in here, and we can see. I told you, if it ranges a lot, this pair is one of the pairs that range. It has a medium range. Okay, then you can see that the stop loss is going to be very little. 30 pips stop loss is not bad for you. Don't increase your stop loss. These are the buffer that you are going to have. So if you are taking 30 pips stop loss, this is too much for me. Okay, at least 1 to 4 is okay. 30 pips stop loss around 120 or so is okay for you to get out of this pair. At least this next high, you are good. Even if it has potential of giving you this, then you can now reduce your stop loss and then let the other ones to move. But I can bet it with you that after this place, it will drop a little. You can now continue again. Then you can now sell. So those are the things. I've explained so quite a number of things. So another thing. Okay. So if there's no question, I believe you have been able to learn one or two things today. I know some people, community of about 400 to 500 people on AltIncome trading room, AltIncome group, but only few people are here, and that's why I'm trying my best to also give those people that are here that quality education. Okay, if you have good education, I bet it with you are going to survive in this trading space.